Hello, hello. Let me just make sure that everything is working here. Hello, good. Oh, hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, guys. Sorry, a few minutes late. Had some technical difficulties, but I think everything is working. Now, let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. Let me know in the comments below. If you can hear me, you can see me. Just want to make sure that everything is working correctly. I see some people commenting. Ronnie, Samonte, Anna Tumanday. You guys are tagging your friends over there. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Let me just type that in the chat. Guys, hear and see me. Just want to make sure that you guys hear and see me as well. Having some technical difficulties here. Rick say can't see any video, but the others seem to see it. Great. Russell, good evening. Rick say you may want to refresh. Leonil, hi. Hello. Hello. Good evening, everybody. And today I'm bringing you a great webinar tonight. Tonight it's Sunday evening. Okay, great. Loud and clear. Great. So we're broadcasting loud and clear. It's been a while since I've done a webinar, so I'm not sure if everything's set up technically, but great to hear that it's all working properly. All right, so yeah, today we're going to talk about a topic. This is another session in our webinar series. We're going to be bringing you more webinars, by the way, in the next few weeks, in the next few months. We're going to be focusing more on free webinars, so stay tuned for that. Today we're talking about a very basic topic: how to get started with freelancing. And I'm doing this also in partnership with PayPal. I have a partnership with them, and they're sponsoring this live webinar as well. I'll tell you more about that later. All right, good evening from Riyadh. Wow, Cindy, that's very nice. Let me know where you guys are watching from. If you're watching from Cebu, then I'm also from Cebu. We're going to see each other next month. We have a meetup next month. If you're in Manila, then great. If you're outside the country, if you're outside the Philippines, amazing that you're watching us tonight. Okay, or wherever, it might be morning where you are, right? It might not even be evening. But yes, today we're talking about how to get started with freelancing. Now, I know not everybody, okay? This doesn't apply to everybody. Some of you may already be experienced with freelancing. Some of you may already know a lot about it. So, but what I want you to do is, no matter if you're a newbie or if you've already been freelancing for a while, I want you to share this with your friends. You know, there's a share button over there. Share this with your friends, okay? Share this with your friends and let me know that you shared it. Just comment, share this with your friends because we want to spread the news about freelancing, okay? We want to spread how and share with others the blessings that we've received with freelancing. And even if you haven't done freelancing yet, you can share this with others so that they can also know about the opportunities that are there with freelancing. Okay, you got that, guys? All right. Let me make sure. Let's see. Let me go back to. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, testing something out with my PowerPoint over here. Okay, there we go. Something is going on. But yeah, please share this with others. Negros, we have people from Quezon City, Iloilo, Negros, Bulacan, Bacolod, Batangas, Parañaque, Davao, San Fernando, that's pretty far, but it's in Cebu province. Parañaque, Negros, City of Whales and Dolphins, shared. Ako po ba't kaya ganun from Caloocan? Ooh, too bad, can't. Just watch. Rick says watching Netflix from Hong Kong. Thank you guys for sharing it as well. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, today we're talking about how you can get started with freelancing. So, for those of you that are watching this right now, or even if you're watching the replay, can you comment down below, saying, just let me know if, number one, are you currently a freelancer right now? Are you currently a freelancer right now? Yes or no? And if you're not currently a freelancer right now, well, I want you just to comment, okay? Are you currently a freelancer right now? Okay, just let me know in the comments below if you're currently a freelancer or if you're not currently a freelancer. All right, trying to adjust the presentation here. Considering joining the bootcamp. If no audio, video, try to refresh. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we jump into things, I want to ask you, what do you expect to learn from this lesson? Okay, what do you expect to learn from this session, from this webinar? Let me know in the comments. What is it that you want to get? Like at the end of this 1 hour session, we're going to end it at 9 o'clock. What do you want to achieve? What is it? Let me know. Is there something in particular is there a certain reason why you attended this? And if so, do let me know. Let me know, okay? Because I want to know what it is you're trying to achieve. Having some difficulties with the presentation here, but let me just fix this. Okay. Yeah. What do you expect to learn from this session? Okay. So I want you to type in the comments. Sir Jason. Thank you, Faye. Not a freelancer. Okay, we have people who are not freelancers yet. Okay, then this is perfect for you. If you're not a freelancer, this is perfect for you. If you are a freelancer, you can share this message with your friends and family as well, and just share this with them. Not a freelancer, still a VA Bootcamp student. Currently VA Bootcamp student, how to get started, tools, more, what tools to get started, more knowledge on freelancing, like niches, apps, e-commerce platforms. We won't really focus on like the apps and e-commerce platform. That's a bit complex, but we will briefly talk about niches. This is more of a basic topic, so how to get started, like the specific steps that I want you to take in order to get started. Okay, we're going to talk about that today, and I hope that's do's and don'ts. Okay. Let me just copy and paste this so that I have a reference for you guys later. Okay, so that I can go back to this and see if we've achieved all of this in this session. All right. Okay. Great. Perfect. Okay. What else? How to get started as a freelancer, not yet confident. I want to start freelancing so I can be your student at VA Bootcamp and more. I know you can help me more. Yes, we can definitely help as well. But let me just copy here. How? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Jennifer Hiccup is asking how. That's what we're talking about today. How you can get started as a freelancer. Okay. Upgrade my skills. Want to work from home as the OFW. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing your answer. So what we're discussing today in this, what I have here in the slides, but we can always add to this. We're taking a look at your whys, why you are here, and why you want to become a freelancer. Find out whether or not freelancing is for you. Okay, that's something I want you to achieve by the end of this session. What you need to prepare to transition to freelancing, and what to do if you're not fully prepared. The best practices when you're switching from wherever you are right now. Are you guys working? Are you working in an office? Let me know. Do you work in an office? Are you a housewife? Let me know. I'm curious as well. When you're making the switch to freelancing, I want to know. I'm going to teach you some best practices for that as well. Okay. Call center. We have people from the call center. Not yet freelancers. Yeah. What are you doing right now? You're not yet freelancing. Okay. So, first of all, let's talk about what is freelancing. Many of you may already know this, but let's answer the question over here. Okay. So, putting it simply, freelancing refers to being self-employed. Okay, being self-employed. So, you do some work, and then you get paid for it. You can be paid either by the hour, or you can also be paid by the project. Okay, so these are the two main ways that people are paid: by the hour or by project or by output, by results that they deliver. So, for example, a plumber. We all know what plumbers are, right? They fix the pipes. If your toilet is broken, if your sink is broken, your kitchen sink or your bathroom sink is broken, they fix that stuff. Your shower, all those kinds of things, plumbers fix that. So what you do, and plumbers are examples of freelancers. That's why we have their picture over here, because they are examples of freelancers. And what plumbers do, when you have a problem, what you're going to do is you're going to call the plumber, right? You give them a call, and then you tell them, hey, I have a problem. How much will it cost, and can you come over and fix it? That's usually how it is, right? That's usually how it is with plumbers. Now, plumbers are freelancers. Most plumbers are freelancers, meaning they don't work for you directly, right? You call them when you have a problem, right? But they don't work for you directly. They are not your employees, but they are self-employed. They have their own business. They have their own business, and then they serve customers whenever they get called. And then most plumbers are paid by the project, right? So by job or by project. So if you call a plumber, he fixes your, if there's a clog in the toilet, he'll fix it. Maybe it'll cost, let's say, 1,000 pesos. I don't know, let's say 1,000 pesos. So the cost for that job is 1,000 pesos. And that's it. That's the end of your interaction with the plumber. The plumber is a freelancer, meaning, as we go back to the definition here, it's being self-employed. They do some work and they get paid for it. Yes, they can also be paid by the hour. For example, if they're working for a construction company. Some plumbers, they work in construction companies for building houses and so on, and then they get paid by the hour or by the month or things like that. Okay, let me look at your answers here. What are you guys doing right now? We have full-time housewives. Okay, housewives. ESL teacher, office job, house mom. Okay, retiree, looking for a home-based job. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so example, once again, going back to our example of a freelancer, we have the plumber, who is a good example of a freelancer. Now, plumbers and other professions are for offline work. These are offline freelancers. So we talk about plumbers. What are other kinds of offline freelancers? What do you think? Yeah, so interaction, you have class participation. What are other kinds of offline freelancers? People that provide services, who are self-employed, and they do certain jobs, they do certain work, but they're not employed. Hindi sila empleyado. They're not working directly for you, but they do things for you. Okay, so what are the other kinds of offline freelancers? Examples. Sige. What do you think? Okay, so we have plumbers. What else? Wag naman yung mga home improvement. We already covered that with plumbers. So carpenters, plumbers, mga handyman. But what else? Aside from plumbers, what are other kinds of freelancers? Try to answer. Try to think. What are other kinds of freelancers? Mga self-employed here. So if we translate these services, the services of these specific people, so like plumbers, and let's see, event planners, that's another one. Insurance agents usually work for a specific company. They're not self-employed. Insurance agents fall more under like salespeople for a certain company. So they get a portion of whatever they sell to the users. But they represent like Sun Life or they represent Philam Life, so they work specifically within the company. Okay, great. Piano teacher. A piano teacher can be a freelancer. Manicurists, tailors, tutors, mananahe, host, loan agents, they also work for specific companies. Baker. A baker, you might even be your own business, right? Not even freelancing. Massage therapist. Perfect. Great answers, guys. So give yourself 1 star. Okay, give yourself 1 star. Very good, guys. Anyway, but yeah, those are very good examples of offline freelancers. But when we think about online freelancers, that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to go into offline freelancing. We're trying to get into online freelancing. We're translating this into services over the internet. So all these things we mentioned, because we mentioned like an artist can work for a company or can work for, I know an artist who does the wall, the designs of some of the restaurants here in Cebu. And then she's also a freelancer. She also does mga personal paintings. So she freelances for companies, she freelances for individuals as well. So, but if you look about online freelancers, so for online freelancers, we have people like graphic designers. That's a very easy thing to translate, diba? Especially mga artists, right? Like I said, mga artists, sometimes they paint the walls to a restaurant, but if you talk about online freelancing, they won't be painting the walls anymore. They'll be making their drawings on the computer, mga drawing tablets, and then making logos, making mga designs, and then they submit it to companies online. Virtual assistants, itong mga admin, these are the people who do admin work, mga Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and so on. Blog writers, mga writers, diba? We have writers, maybe you want to write a poem to your loved ones, diba? So you hire somebody, you hire a writer, diba? You tell them, oh, I want to write a poem, can you help me? Ganun. Or you have them write the poem, diba? Same thing for the online world. We have writers who can write blog posts, who can write social media posts. So this is where we see, and you guys gave great examples of offline freelancers, makeup artists, make-to-order giveaways. That can, like, that's more of a business now, like your own selling business. Manicurist is a freelancer. Real estate agent usually work under a company as well. Labandera, yes, actually a labandera can be a freelancer. Tour guide can be a freelancer, but they can also work for a company. But some tour guides, they work for specific companies. Some tour guides, they offer the service as individuals. So there's a difference there. But yeah, going back, when it comes to these kind of services, when we offer online services, that's when we talk about online freelancing. Okay, you got it. So we can see now we can see examples. Because what I'm trying to do here is show you mga examples of offline freelancing, and then showing you that there are like similar lang so online freelancing, providing services, but in most cases to companies. So in online freelancing, the clients or the customers are usually online business owners. Okay, what do we mean by online business owners? So itong mga online business owners, they're the business owners that have businesses online. They're the ones that have websites. They're the ones that sell products online. They're the ones that conduct a lot of business online. So these are your clients or customers. So usually when we think of business, when we think of offering services, we think of customers. But in this kind of setting, because we're offering our services to businesses, what we call them are clients. So clients are usually online business owners. And just like you'd hire a plumber to fix something in your house, business owners hire freelancers to fix something in their business. So if you want to become an online freelancer, you will be helping a business. You will be fixing something in the business. It might be customer service. It might be doing research. It might be just typing something. It might be fixing the graphics. But you will be fixing something in the client's business. Business owners, they usually want to focus on the important parts of the business, the things that they are good at. Okay? Because we have some business owners, and I know, let me drink some water here. I've seen business owners, for example, that want to sell their bags online. So they make bags, very nice bags. They want to sell their bags online, but they don't know how to make a website. They don't know how to sell online. They don't know how to use Facebook and Instagram and so on. They don't know how to make descriptions for their bags. So those are problems that the bag maker has. And the bag maker is going to hire somebody to make a logo, somebody to write something about the bag, somebody to make a website, somebody to do research on where they can sell their bags online. So that's what the bag maker will do. And because their expertise is in making the bags, they want to hire somebody else to do these other things, but they can focus on making their bags. Okay, questions? Is that clear, guys? Do you have questions at this point? So that's where they have these, like the bag makers and online business owners. They will hire freelancers to help in the other areas na they're not the expert in. Okay, let's see. Questions so far, guys? Questions? Let me know if you have any questions or if that's clear. Okay, so the common needs of online businesses are, and these are some things, okay? Let me know if this is something that you can do. Okay, type in the chat. This is something that you can do. Just copy and paste whatever I have here. But yeah, common needs of businesses. Now, a lot of Filipinos do this. Like I've trained thousands of Filipinos about this, and this is something that's a very common need na mga online business owners that we fulfill. Number one, well, this isn't in order, but these are just common needs. Replying to chat messages. Replying to chats or replying to messages. Because we're always on, mga Filipinos, we're always online, we're always on our cell phones. and we are good at English, diba? Compared to some other countries. Number one, we're good at English, and we don't charge that high. So a lot of Filipinos who are doing freelancing, they reply to chat messages. Okay, so chat support, so that hey, how's my order? And if you're from the BPO, you can if you have experience in the BPO, like I had experience in BPO, you can relate, diba? Because people call or people chat, say, hey, I have some questions. I want to know about my account. Same thing. It's doing the same thing, but you're offering it usually to smaller businesses, and you're offering it as an individual versus offering it under like a business like Concentrix or Convergys. Convergys got bought by Concentrix, right? Anyway, managing orders or online stores. So what you're doing here, this is for e-commerce. Somebody was asked about e-commerce earlier. What you do is you make sure that, because orders come in. So like let's say Lazada or Amazon, these are e-commerce platforms, right? So like if you go back to the example of the bag maker manages a store. They have their own online store, and then people buy there. So what the business owners may need is what we call a e-commerce virtual assistant. Now, what they'll do is make sure that there's stocks, make sure to tell the bag maker, okay, this is the order that needs to be made, make sure the address is there, make sure the payment is there, and then managing the store. If something goes out of stock, they take the product out of stock, and so on. So managing orders, managing online stores, that's something that's also very common. Creating logos and graphics, I covered this earlier. And if you have any graphics designers out there, let me know. And once again, if this is something that you can do, let me know in the chat. Just say, hey, I can do that. I can reply to chat messages. I can manage orders. Writing social media or blog posts. A lot of business owners are not very good with writing social media posts because they're very focused on the business. They don't. We are always, like right now we're on social media, diba? So that means we're very actually the Philippines is, I think, the country with one of the highest social media usage. So we are very familiar with how social media works. That's one of our expertise areas. And some business owners, like American business owners or European business owners, they might not be as knowledgeable in the area of writing social media posts. Okay? So they need your help. How can they get people to reply to their social media posts, to like to them, to comment on their social media posts? Same thing for blog posts. Blog articles. Business owners are going to hire people like you and me to write their blog posts as well. Okay, replying to emails. Okay, this is something that's very time consuming. So business owners would spend a lot of time replying to emails na paulit-ulit lang a lot of the times. This is just another question about the features of the product. So what they do is they hire somebody. They hire somebody who will just, answer the same thing. Just copy and paste the same messages. Great. You can reply to chats or messages. Perfect. You can do this. You can become an online freelancer. Posting on Facebook. I covered that in social media. Creating Office documents. Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to use those softwares? A lot of business owners need help with that as well, and so on and so forth. So there are many different areas where you as an individual can help online business owners. And I know what you're thinking right now. You might be thinking, and let me know, is this what you're thinking na, di ko kaya gawin yun? No? Is that what you're thinking right now? That you can't do this. I don't know how to create graphics. I don't know how to, make social media posts. I'm not very good in English. You might think that, right? But it's very easy to learn these things. It's very easy to learn, it takes determination. I won't say it's very easy. It'll take you time. It'll take dedication to learn these things. But when you can learn these things, you can offer this to online business owners. Okay? Okay. So going back here, okay, I gave you an overview. Now, I want to ask you a question. Why do you think freelancing is a better option than what you're doing right now? I saw some of you are working in a BPO. Some of you are working as ESL teachers. I saw some people are working in corporate. And some of your housewives. Why are you considering moving to freelancing? Like, what are the benefits of freelancing that you're actually considering it and actually thinking about becoming a freelancer? Let's see, what are the benefits that you have in mind? what are the reasons that you're switching to freelancing? Why do you think freelancing is better than working in an office or working in a BPO or something like? I can post on Facebook and proficient in Office documents. Nice. Thank you, Anna and Leonil, for contributing. But yeah, I want to ask you, why do you think freelancing is a better option right now than what you're doing? Because you're here because for a reason. Diba? You're here because you think that freelancing is a good option for you, right? But why? Why? Let's think. Okay, Jess is saying I can manage my time and spend it with my family. Diba? That's very important, especially if diba, you can. For moms out there, diba? If you're a stay-at-home mom, you maybe your husband is working right now, and then you're just staying at home because you have to take care of the baby, right? You can't go to an office. You can't spend the whole day away, right, from your kids. But this will allow you to do that. You can spend more time with your family. You can earn, maybe when your baby's asleep, you can start work, but not when newborn, because you're always like sleepy as well. But you can take care. When the baby's asleep, you can work, and then when they wake up, you can attend to the baby, and then when they sleep again, then you can work, and of course you have to sleep also. Spend time with family. You can move to other countries. Yes, travel while earning, avoiding traffic jams. But traffic is bad. Even here in Cebu, traffic is getting bad now. It's getting worse because a lot of people are moving to Cebu because we have a lot of jobs here. All the more in Manila. That's why I hate going to Manila. The traffic is. I hate the traffic. I hate going out of that. Of like if I'm staying, usually when I'm in Manila, I stay in like BGC. I hate going out of BGC because there's so much traffic. Free, meaning we employ ourselves, right? You have the freedom. Apple is saying you don't have to go through traffic outside. Yeah, perfect. Being a full-time mom, still want to take care of my kids even though I'm working. Grace, because I can take care of my kids and my 83-year-old aunt and work at the same time. Yes. Jenny, work-balanced life. Johnny, I want to find non-voice job. Teaching ESL is fulfilling, but it's very tiring. Like right now, I'm already tired. I'm just talking for 30 minutes, but I'm already tired. How much more if you're doing it the whole day, right? Want to help financially. The husband wants to spend more time with kids. Don't like commuting to work at night. Oh yeah, there are call center. You're working in a call center in Baguio, Benj. It rains in Baguio. Yeah, I can imagine. It's not very. It might not even be safe, right? The income in freelancing is way far from working in office. Yes. Income some people earn 6 digits in freelancing. A lot they earn like 30,000, 20,000, 50,000 pesos, but a good number of freelancers also earn like 100,000 and above. So you can definitely earn a lot more in freelancing if you work hard on it. Diba? Okay, so let's see, is freelancing for you? So thank you guys for participating. And those are some very good answers, right? Very good reasons why freelancing is great. But is freelancing for you? Well, it depends on, let's take a look at willingness versus your ability. So maybe are you willing? My question for you is, are you willing to be a freelancer? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to study hard, to work hard? A lot of people might think, okay, I don't have the ability to become a freelancer. Let me know, what is stopping you from becoming a freelancer? Type in the comments, and I'm going to address it. I'm going to talk to you specifically and let you know, I'm going to help you overcome that. But let me know, what is it that's stopping you from becoming a freelancer? Okay, because Yes, willing. Being a VA, I can work while taking care of my children and handle my time. Yes. So what is it that's stopping you from being a freelancer? And I've asked this to a lot of our students before, a lot of the times, right? What's stopping them from becoming freelancers? And a lot of them say, oh, I don't know how. I don't know how to. I'm not very good with computers. Well, you are right now. You're here right now. You're here right now watching this webinar. You're here live. You know the basics of using a computer or even using a cell phone. And you just need to put in the work and to put in the time to learn about these things. Scared of being rejected. And that's something that's very common. Scared of being rejected. But just like with anything, Lorelai, just like when if you're applying for a job, you might get rejected. If you're applying online, you might get rejected. Rejection it's a part of life, really. And that is in your own willingness. If you're willing to face that fear, if you're willing to overcome that obstacle, if you're willing to do it. Because I got rejected a lot of times. I've been rejected before I got my first online job, I probably got rejected at least 20 times before I got hired for the first one. But every time I got rejected, I said, okay, I'll try again. I'll try again. I'll try again. Rejection is normal. I'm not going to tell you you're not going to get rejected, because you will be rejected. But rejection will happen. What you have to do is keep working hard, keep learning as to why you got rejected, and improving until you get to the point where, yes, you will get hired. And you will get to that point if you keep working hard at it. Lionel saying, I don't have a good writing skill. You don't need to be a writer. You don't need to be a writer. Number one, writing can be learned. Number two, you don't need to be a writer. You can learn other skills that are aside from writing. If you're good at math, you can focus on something like bookkeeping. If you're good at design, you can learn how to make graphics. That's one of the great things about freelancing, is that you're not limited to one skill. Okay, like I'm not very good with graphics. Okay, but that doesn't stop me from becoming a freelancer, because I can do other things. When I started doing bookkeeping. I speak good English, so I can write things in English. But because you lack in one area, it doesn't stop you from being a freelancer in another area. Limited knowledge and skills. You can learn knowledge, you can gain skills. Not good with blogging, writing articles, same thing. You don't need to do that. You can do other things. Until now, until now I don't have clients. And are you a student in the bootcamp? If so, join the Hustle Challenge. My ability to use a computer is not that great. Well, the thing about it is you can learn. You can always learn. I've heard people say, I don't really know how to use a computer. I've tried, but they don't try. They don't put in the effort to learn it. You have to put in the effort. You have to learn. Mein gabi diha es Cebuano. No one sees my cover letter, or maybe my cover letters are not effective. You're not hopeless, Stella. If you're a student in the bootcamp, join the Hustle Challenge, where we will help you. We'll provide you feedback on your cover letters. And this is something that's more advanced as well. For those that are part of our bootcamp, which is our paid program, we provide the guidance to help your cover letters and your profiles get seen and you get hired. Scared that I might be able to perform the tasks or deliver the results properly? Well, we're going to cover that later, but you never know until you try, Christy. Not that confident. And confidence is something that's very common, right? But with confidence, with confidence though, you'll never really be fully confident. That's what I'm going to tell you. Because when I started applying, when I started getting hired, I was never fully confident. I did doubt my own ability, but I ended up doing the job. I tried and I got it done. Okay, so I'm going to move on from here. I hope I answered your concerns a little bit. I don't want to spend too much time here because we can spend one whole hour here. But yeah, as you can see here, a lot of it has to do with ourselves. If you're lacking in skills, then you can learn the skills. And I'm going to talk about that later. If you're lacking in confidence, you have to face it, because that's all within you. It really is up to you. Right now, with the internet, you can do anything. There's so many tutorials. There's so much help that you can get online. You can learn anything. You can do anything. But it is really up to you. Okay. Moving forward here. So if you're trying to switch to freelancing, I want you to be prepared to switch. Okay. So how do you make yourself prepared? And we have 4 areas: financially, technically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, I want you to be prepared in these 4 areas. Okay, 4 areas: financially, technically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, so what do you mean by financially prepared? So, on average, most people get hired within 1 to 2 months. Okay, it does take time. It takes time. You won't get hired. Maybe you'll get hired immediately. Maybe if you're lucky, if you're very good, but most people, they have to learn. It takes time. So you may get hired within 1 to 2 months, But some get hired in a few weeks. Some get hired within 6 months or even longer. But on average, 1 to 2 months is normal. So in this time when you're not getting hired, this is something you have to prepare for. If you're the breadwinner, you might have to have some savings, some emergency fund, which I'll also talk about in a bit. But if you have somebody else, maybe a husband or a wife who's helping you financially, who's a breadwinner, then it's easier, actually. How much money do you need? How much money do you need if you're saving, right? If you're preparing to become a freelancer. So, like I said, you should have an emergency fund. Okay? An emergency fund, which is money set aside for unexpected events. So if you're a breadwinner, you want to have at least 6 months. My recommendation is to have 6 months worth of emergency fund, which is your monthly expenses times 6 months. And this is different for different people. If you have kids, of course, your emergency fund will be bigger because your monthly expenses are bigger. If you're single, your emergency fund might only be, 50,000 pesos, right? So, but I recommend that before you go into freelancing, you have this money set aside. Okay? Money set aside. Because as a freelancer, you're jumping into self-employment, into a form of business. And with business, you have to be prepared na hindi agad-agad that you'll get hired or that you'll get hired for jobs. So my recommendation is 6 months worth of monthly expenses. Okay? Have that so that you won't panic and you can focus on improving your skills. You can focus on getting hired as a freelancer, because let me tell you, even if it takes time to get hired, it is really worth it. With the benefits we talked about, with the earnings that you can get, it really is worth it. Okay, so moving on. I want you to be technically prepared as well. I also want you to be technically prepared. So what do I mean by technically prepared? Myla, how much it is needed, that depends on you. Your emergency fund, it depends on you. How much do you spend every month on the minimum, and you multiply that by 6 months. That's what I'd say, how much you need to have in order to get started. Okay, technically prepared. So you have to have a computer and you have to have internet. All right. Now I know that some people got started kahit wala silang computer, kahit wala silang internet. What they did is they went to an internet cafe. Okay, they're very determined. They went to an internet cafe, but it's an added expense, right? It's an added expense, and usually in an internet cafe, it can be noisy. You might not be able to focus. So I recommend you have a computer and internet connection, or access to a computer and an internet connection. I want you to be emotionally prepared as well. Just letting you know that surviving and persevering in freelancing is tough. Okay? Succeeding in freelancing is tough. If you approach it thinking as an employee. Freelancing requires discipline, it requires perseverance, it requires hard work, it requires consistency. You have to prepare to think like an entrepreneur. You have to prepare to think like an entrepreneur. Okay? Because, like I said earlier, you might not get hired right away. And a lot of people, if they're not ready, if they're not prepared for that, they're going to panic and they're going to say, oh, I haven't been hired, it's been 1 week already. We see messages like that, it's been 1 week already. 1 week is nothing. It took me around 1 month before I first got some steady income as a freelancer. For some it takes less, for some it takes more. Okay? But you have to be prepared. If this is something you want to do, if you want to achieve the earnings of, let's say, 6 digits of at least 100,000, no more traffic, going to work, you can work from home, you can spend time with your kids, that's all possible, but you have to be prepared to be disappointed. You have to be prepared to be rejected. You have to be prepared to work hard. Are you prepared for that? Are you ready? Are you emotionally ready? I'm asking you right now. Are you emotionally ready? Let me know in the comments. I am emotionally ready. Type it if you're emotionally ready. And that's why I'm telling you here. If you're not yet a freelancer, I'm telling you right now that at the beginning it is hard. But once you get started, then it can get easier. Do you have the dedication to keep doing the same thing every day and failing for 3 months? the perseverance. Are you disciplined enough to work hard even though you don't have a manager or supervisor? So, and are you disciplined enough to continuously improve yourself, which is very important for freelancing. Okay, mentally prepared. So, do you have the skills to find freelance work? Do you have the skills? And a lot of you mentioned earlier, you don't have the skills yet. Some said you have the skills. Great. Emotionally ready. Yes. Jaser, Maria, Glenn, Apple, emotion. These are the people who are emotionally ready. Melai. Yes. Great. Great to hear that. How about everybody else? Isa, emotionally. Everybody else, are you emotionally not? You're not yet ready. If you haven't commented, we have like at least 80 other people who are watching right now. You're not ready yet. Do you have the skills? Some said no. Are you ready to sell yourself? Maybe you're not yet ready. If you're not yet ready, you can take online tutorials. You can enroll in online courses. Ayan, lumabas na. Si Bambi, si Joanna, si Kazi, si Kiza. But the others are not yet ready. Ano ba? You're not yet ready, guys? We have our free VA course. If you want to learn the skills, we have a free VA course, which is free. And we have our vabootcamp.ph, which is paid. So these are the websites. You can visit these if you want to take our free course. If you want to take our paid course, you can visit these. If you want to learn more about, want to learn more skills when it comes to freelancing online. Leonil and Benj are ready. Nice. We get more people. Ayan. Natakot tuloy. Eileen, 80. Great. Now, some real talk. Hindi clients ang lalapit sa'yo. You must work to get hired. You have to work hard, in fact, to get hired. Di pwede naka-cellphone lang. Kailangan mo ng computer or laptop. You can earn a lot, pero you'll have to work hard. Walang easy money. Like I said, you can earn 100,000. Some people earn 200,000 and higher, which is a lot of money. But you have to work hard. It's not, patayp-type lang sa computer, which is what other people think. You have to work hard. There's no easy money in this. You will have to research and keep learning in this field. Okay, you'll have to learn. Because with how the internet changes, it's always changing. You'll have to keep improving yourself. You'll have to keep changing yourself. Mariko, ready. Anna, still working on emotions. I'm so upset if no one replied my 10 proposals in a day. And don't send 10 proposals in a day. Send maybe 3 proposals in a day. But work harder on those 3 proposals. Spend more time. Like if it takes you 30 to 45 minutes to write one proposal, take the time. So quality versus quantity. And okay. Okay, great. Are you prepared financially, technically, emotionally, and mentally? Are you prepared in these 4 areas? Or if you're not prepared, let me know. What area are you not yet prepared in? Which of these 4 areas are you not yet prepared in? And we'll see the answers later. We only have 14 minutes left, but I have still some more slides, like 10 more slides. Hi, Nessa. So some next steps. Okay, so a lot of you wanted to know what were the next steps. Steps on how to get started, steps on transitioning to freelancing. So first of all, research what area to focus in. Then we talked about. I'm supposed to have some notes here. I don't know why they're not coming out. That is okay. So this is. I wrote some things here. Anyway, I'll just continue. Sorry guys, this is a bit weird. There were some notes here. This isn't supposed to be a blank slide, but okay, I'm just adjusting some technical difficulties. Research what area to focus in. Okay. Just something we talked about with the plumber earlier, diba? The plumber is one area. Maybe you're not good with plumbing. Maybe you're a carpenter. Focus what area you want to focus on. As a freelancer, maybe you want to become a writer, maybe you want to become a graphic designer, maybe you want to do customer support. And if you're not sure yet, you can do some research. Research on what area you want to focus in. And there are a lot of areas which we talked about earlier. Now, if you're not sure, if you can even become a programmer, there are so many different areas that you can work in. And there's in marketing, programming, writing, admin support, customer service, sales, so many different areas. But if you're like most people, and most people are not sure saan mag-start. Not sure. They don't have the programming skills. They don't have the graphic design skills. If that's you, my recommendation is to start with admin work. Why admin work? Because admin work it's easier to learn. Okay, admin work such as doing research online, such as creating Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint documents, such as maintaining a Facebook page. Okay, so this is more of admin work. Mga admin assistants, mga admin assistants in real life, in the offline world, these are what we call virtual assistants in the online world, managing schedules, then making sure now you want appointments, checking email, checking your clients' emails and so on, and replying to them. This is admin, and it's easier to learn, and that's what we have in our course, in our VA bootcamp. So if you're not sure, that's where I recommend. But if you're sure, okay, I want to become a graphic designer, do some more research about it. Like, what is it that what companies look for in graphic designs, in logos? What can you create? Can you create logos? Can you create mga brochures? Can you create designs for websites? So research what area to focus in. That's step one. Okay, I hope you're taking notes. Okay, this is step one. Step two is learn the skills in that area. So you decided, okay, I want to become an admin assistant because Jason told me so. Then learn the skills in that area. Right now, you are very lucky. Right now, when I started freelancing, there weren't people like me sharing these kind of webinars. I had to learn everything on my own. But in today's world, there are so many websites, there are so many free tutorials, there are so many paid tutorials, there are so many coaches that are there to help you. Okay, so step two is learning the skills in that area. If you learn, okay, I want to learn how to do research, I want to learn how to manage calendars, I want to learn how to manage emails, I want to learn how to reply on customer chat, all you need to do is Google. Google is your best friend. Google and YouTube are your best friends to provide that free information. And if you want more in-depth information, then you can enroll in paid courses. If you want guidance, you can enroll in paid courses. But if you can do it on your own, mga Google and YouTube, then learn the skills in that area. So much free information right now. Okay. Imagine, our parents, right? My parents, if they wanted to learn something, if they wanted to learn let's see, let me think of an example. Oh yeah, if they want, when my battery in my car died before, I didn't know how to jumpstart, the jumper cables, you see mechanics do it. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have anyone to call, but I had the cables, I had the equipment. So I just search on my phone, YouTube video. How do I jumpstart a car? And I was able to do it just by watching a YouTube video. And that's why I'm saying we are very lucky. You are very lucky. I am very lucky because we have so much information that we can just learn by watching some YouTube videos. There will be a replay. After matapos, there's going to be a replay, Anna. Don't worry. Financially not yet ready, emotionally not yet ready, technically not yet ready. And that's okay. It's good to know where you're not yet ready, mentally not yet ready. It's good to know where you're not yet ready because at least you know what you need to work on. Okay, you need to know what you need to improve on. Okay, step three, learn the best practices for getting hired. So it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough na alam mo yung skills to get hired. It's not enough, just like a plumber. It's not enough na I know how to fix the pipes, I know how to install toilets, to fix mga shower. That's not enough. Because even if I was the best plumber, pero hindi ako marunong how to market myself, then what? Nobody's gonna hire me. Nobody, if I don't know na I have to, maybe list myself as a directory or approach my condo association and then make my connections. If I don't know how to sell my services, baliwala lahat, right? You might have the best product, you might have the best services, but if you don't know how to sell yourself, if you don't know how to market yourself, you won't get hired. Or you won't sell your service, you won't sell your product. And that's why it's very important for you to learn the best practices in getting hired. The best practices in writing cover letters, the best practices in creating profiles. And these were all written down here. PowerPoint is misbehaving. My notes are gone. But anyway, writing cover letters, going through interviews, okay, learn the best practice. And we teach this. We teach this in the VA bootcamp as well. Yeah, you can learn online. You can just type in how to write cover letters in Upwork and so on. But we teach this. We teach this and we guide you in it as well. Okay, if you want to enroll in the VA bootcamp. Okay, how to know the best practices for getting hired? Like I said, Lionel, everything, all the information you need is just at your fingertips. Google how to get hired on Upwork, how to get hired on freelancer.com, or you can enroll in courses like our VA bootcamp as well. Mira is looking for work. Looking forward as well, Isa. Okay. Step 4, create online profiles. Okay, and this is where we create online profiles in. This was all written down once again, but you're gonna have to take notes, guys. Just write it down as I'm saying it to you because it was all written down here. PowerPoint's misbehaving. But create online profiles. Go to websites such as. Let me just type it here. I'm gonna type it in the comments. Okay, Upwork.com. Freelancer.com, onlinejobs.ph, okay, and also LinkedIn.com. Okay, so I want you to create online profiles in these different websites. Okay, so using the best practices, if you went through step 3 and you learned the best practices for creating online profiles, then you can go and create online profiles in these what we call freelance platforms. These freelance platforms are where people post jobs. Before I remember, I was looking for a job. I was looking in the newspaper. Before the internet was very before we use the internet as it is today. I was looking in the newspaper, and my dad also used to look in the newspaper for jobs. But now, these 4 websites and many other websites are where companies post jobs, where companies from the US, from the UK, from Canada, from places like Mexico even, or Italy, or Spain, they post jobs on these websites and other websites as well, but these are the biggest websites. These are the main websites. They post jobs on these websites, looking for people, and they're going to say, I need a logo design. I want a graphic designer. I'm looking for somebody to help me with my customer service. I'm looking for somebody to help me reply to emails. And like earlier, you guys said, okay, I could do this, I could do this. This is where you find those jobs and you create profiles. When you create profiles, you're creating like a Facebook profile. When somebody looks at it, they see your school graduated, they see your likes and dislikes. Here, it's more professional. It's more, what skills do you offer? What are you good at? What do you know? So create an online profile in these websites. Okay, create online profiles in these websites. Dima, Prove, Upwork. We have some best. Anna, if you're not a VA bootcamp student, if you are a VA bootcamp student, we have some best practices in the bootcamp. There's a lesson about this, like how to get your Upwork profile approved. By the way. Okay. Step 5 is applying for jobs. And applying for jobs, you apply for jobs, from step 3, you learn the best practices and things like writing cover letters, and then you write cover letters, you write your proposals, ito yung parang application letters that you write for the jobs that you saw in step 4 also, that you saw on these websites, Upwork, Freelancer, Online Jobs, and LinkedIn. You write the proposals so that you'll get hired for these jobs. And not just write the proposals, you go through chat interview, you go through video interview sometimes. Sometimes you don't need video interview, but sometimes you do need the company wants to see your face also. So yes, apply for jobs on these different platforms and then go through the hiring process. Okay, so that's the 5-step process. Step 1 is research what area you want to focus in, what niche, what industry. Step 2, learn the skills in that area. Maybe you take free courses, maybe you watch YouTube, maybe you enroll in our VA bootcamp. Learn the best practices. Once again, you have Google, you have YouTube, you have paid courses like our paid course. It's right there in the bottom right. It says Virtual Assistant Bootcamp. Create online profiles on these websites that I pasted here in the chat. These were in my notes here, but it's not appearing. Step 5, apply for jobs with the things that you learned in step 3. Okay? So is that clear, guys? Questions so far? What is a proposal? A proposal is like an application letter, Benj. Remember when we applied to jobs, like when I applied to eTelecare before, there's no more eTelecare, they had me write like a application letter, diba? I want to apply as a call center agent, ganun. And it's the same thing with working online, but they call it a proposal or a cover letter. Okay, there's also different kinds of proposals, but just to keep it simple, it's basically like an application letter. Okay, was I able to answer your question? Okay, so those are the 5 steps, guys. That's part of the recap, but it's not appearing. Oh, okay, these are appearing, but I think not all the notes are appearing here. I'm not sure why. I'll have to check on my PowerPoint later. But yeah, questions so far, guys? I want to make sure this is clear. It looks like we're gonna go over time by like 10 minutes. Okay, looks like we don't have any questions. If you have any questions, ask them later. I'll go back to them. Okay, focus on your big why. Okay, you mentioned earlier you want to spend more time with your kids. You want to earn more money. You want to no longer spend time in traffic. Focus on your big why. What's really driving you to make the switch to freelancing? Be prepared in these 4 areas. Be prepared in these 4 areas. Have an emergency fund. You can start working even though you're freelance work, even though you're working in the office right now. Okay, I didn't cover that earlier, but letting you know, you can start work on the side, barring side gig, side job. And then follow the 5 steps. Okay, 5 steps that I mentioned earlier. I had this in the recap. I added it, but it's gone now. Okay, leave a good impression. Okay, so also, guys, if you want to getting paid is very important when we're working online. We want to get paid, right? We want to get our money. And signing up for a PayPal account is a great way to start getting paid. Okay, so what you can do is, let me just open the slides here. Yep. So go over to paypal.com, okay, and sign up for a PayPal account. Okay, and I'm also gonna provide a link to this, but sign up for a PayPal account. Most of the time, because PayPal is one of the most common ways, the easiest and most common ways to get paid. And it takes some time. It can take like up to 2 weeks for you to get paid with PayPal. Oh, sorry about that. What's happening here? For you to get paid with PayPal. So I recommend that you create an account right now. Okay, you create an account right now. It's free. There's no problem. You don't have to pay anything. Okay lang ba, question, Olivia, okay lang bang itanong kay client during interview regarding salary offer? Yes. A lot of the times in the job mismo, it'll say how much, but you can also ask if it's not stated. Okay. You can receive international payments deposited directly to your bank account or your GCash account once you have a PayPal. Okay. So I recommend you do it. And this webinar is also brought to you in sponsorship with PayPal. We also have our virtual assistant bootcamp, which will teach you the skills you need to learn. So if you don't know about the admin skills yet, we'll teach it to you here. We have a community to support you in your journey. Okay? We have your classmates, you have coaches to help you out in what you need. Guides, we provide you with guides, we answer questions, and a lot more. And it's over at vabootcamp.ph if you want to enroll in our paid course. May bayad yung course na to. It's not free. It's a paid course, and it's optional. I'm not saying you have to do this. There are free resources out there, but if you want the guidance, if you want like everything na hindi overwhelming, it's all there for you, and you want the practice, you want the classmates, you want that support, head over to vabootcamp.ph. Okay. We also have our free vacourse.com. Let me just open it up here for you. Oh, what happened? One moment. We have our free VA course. It's not technical problems again. Okay, it's not opening. I was going to show you the website. But if you want to get our free course, it's over at freevacourse.com. It's a 5-day free course, so just go to freevacourse.com where we teach you the basics about online freelancing as a virtual assistant. Diba I said earlier na my recommendation is to start as admin muna, and that's what we teach in the free VA course, just an overview. And if you want yung detailed step-by-step na may guidance, na may coaching, that's in our BA Bootcamp, which is our paid course na may bayad siya. Sir, what if you have a PayPal account before at nalimutan mo yung password mo? You can reset password. Madali lang if you still have access kasi it's tied up to your email account, diba? And if you have access to that email account, just reset password. There's a link naman at the bottom of the login. Forgot password, just click on that and may instructions naman. For PayPal lang ba siya pwede, sir? There are other ways to get paid. But PayPal is the most common. There's also Payoneer. There's things like Paymaya and other ways to get paid, like Western Union even. But PayPal it's the one that's most recommended by people. So that I recommend that you just create a free account. It's free naman. Sir Jason, need po ba na mag-create agad ng PayPal account before kami mag-enroll sa bootcamp ng husband ko? I suggest you just create one. It's free naman. It'll just take you like 10 minutes. It won't take a lot of time. So you can balance your career and your family. Oh, that's great. Great addition, Rosella. Okay. Now, I want to leave you with a quote. Okay, it doesn't seem like there are any other questions. Oh, you're only over time by 4 minutes. So I want to leave you with a quote today. The past is done and gone. The past, whatever happened in the past, nangyari na yun. It's done. What you do today, what you do in the present, will determine your future. It'll determine your tomorrow. And the future is your responsibility. So everything we talked about today, everything you learned about in this session, it's your decision. Are you going to do nothing with it? Maybe you're going to watch this, and then after this webinar, okay, nice, good information, very nice information, and wala lang, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not going to do anything with it. But if that's your choice, you have that choice, or you have the choice to start learning. You have a choice to start preparing in those 4 aspects, to start learning. The present, what you do today will determine tomorrow. It will determine your future, and that is your responsibility. Okay? If you want to do nothing, you have no one to blame but yourself. If you want to do things if you want to take action and take the steps I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a replay. If you forgot, if you didn't take notes, you can always rewind this webinar. It is your choice to go back and review it and take action in the things I mentioned earlier. That's your responsibility. Your future is your responsibility. Okay? Clear for everybody? Okay, couple of last questions here, and then we're going to end. So my previous PayPal was hacked because of yikes. You might want to talk to their support. They have a phone number, or you can create a new account naman with another email address if you want, or you can go back to your old account. You might have to recover it by contacting support. Ria, I enrolled in the bootcamp 2017. Was not able to finish. Not prepared financially, so I returned. So I don't have a choice but to retire in 2 years. It allows you to become freelancer once more. May I still do this even if I'm already? Yes, you can. There are freelancers who are in their 60s who are retired, Ria. So don't worry about it. As long as you have the capacity to still do the work, then as long as you can still do the work on your computer, it doesn't matter what your age is. My Lola, she doesn't do freelancing, but she still works in an office. And I don't know how old she is, but she is, she's something like 70. She is like almost late 70s. She's in her late 70s, and she still does office work. I mean, she can be a freelancer if she wanted to, but she likes going to the office. How do you get back to the bootcamp? Send me an email, Ria. If you forgot your username and password, just send me an email, and then we'll find out or reset your password for you. Okay, Ria? Jason at vabootcamp.ph. Send me an email. Mariko. Hi, Jason. Is there a case wherein client accepts your application even if you have no experiences? Yes. But you're already certified for it? Yes. For example, if they want help with Wave accounting, which is accounting software, and you say, I don't know Wave, but what you can do, Mariko, is you can even just quickly learn Wave, like watch one YouTube video and create a free account, and then you can learn it. But yeah, even if you know similar software, there's no problem with that. Lionel, freevacourse.com. Yes, that's the correct website. Thank you, Marco. I'm glad that you were motivated. I do like motivating other people but more important, don't just be motivated, take action. Like what I have here in the quote, what you do today will determine your future. that's your responsibility. I did my part. I'm showing you this. I'm giving this to you, this session to you for free. But what you're going to do with it, that's your choice. That's your responsibility. Anna, yes, you can still review this session. There will be a replay after matapos to. Just wait like mga 5 minutes siguro, and then you can rewind it naman. 5 minutes, it's going to process and it's going to save. And after that, even less, I think like 2 minutes even. But yeah, mga 5 minutes and you can watch this. Okay, we're 8 minutes past, maybe almost 10 minutes past. But doesn't look like we have any other questions. I'm almost out of bosses, out of my voice already. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching the session. And do me a favor. If you learned something valuable in this session, I want you to share this. Hit the share button. Hit the share button at the... there should be a share button next to the comment button. Share this with your family and friends. They're going to get the replay. Because we're going to finish this in a couple of seconds. They're going to get the replay, and then they can watch it from the beginning. So hit the share button. Share this with your family and friends. Okay? Thank you. You're very welcome, Leonil. Isa, how much need them? Check the website. We have different options. You can start at like 2,990, but look at the options on vabootcamp.ph. Okay, Isa? Alright, guys. Thank you so much. And do me that favor, please. Please share this with others because, you know, there's a lot. If you found this valuable, share this with others so that you can also provide value to them. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of the evening and have a great start of the week tomorrow. Goodbye.